game, and I was actually surprised to hear that the Southern Sudanese team won. Coming from like the darkness, and we've never heard of baseball in Southern Sudan. We've had Kenyan players playing in Kenyan leagues. We have players in Kenyan baseball leagues, and to be specific, the Nairobi Baseball Community League Championship. We have players from Southern Sudan, a couple of them.
That's right.
They're very good, but we've never heard of baseball in their country. So this is a big milestone for the Southern Sudanese team, the Southern Sudanese community within Kenya. Having been part of building the Kenyan baseball community, now they have their own baseball going on in their own country. So it's a major milestone, and the game is live. As you can see, we have the batter up on
the
deck.
first pitch in is called a ball, so it's 1-0 count to start for the South Sudanese national team and Kenya. A great matchup of East Africa. We've never seen it before. At least I personally have not.
Me too, man.
It's really exciting.
I've actually never seen the under 15 in Kenya play before. So it's a big milestone for both countries, because Kenya, we've been having seniors playing. That's right. A ball.
That was it was a tough day yesterday for Kenya from just a pure score count perspective. 2 mercy rule games, 16-0 in the first one. I think it was a pretty fast game that went down, and then against that was against Uganda, and then against South Africa, Kenya put up a little bit of a run against South Africa in the second inning, making it 6-2, and had some trouble with it, and then ended up losing quite a large margin. I think it was 25-2 or something like that. It was quite a big number, but that just means that Kenya has a lot to prove on the stage here.
Yeah, being the underdogs, I believe South Africa has a very robust baseball program, and yeah, having a player hit a grand slam at the age of 15 means they know what they're doing.
That's
so
right.
Kenya is doing its teething. We're growing the program, as you know. We just recently started the Little League in Nairobi. So yeah, this is not news to the baseball world. When you guys are new to the league, you'll definitely take some L's. And
so we already have one strikeout. It was a 3-2 count strikeout on the last batter for a strikeout, 1 out. We've got 1 strikeout. We've seen a South Sudanese player throwing some strikes before on this field. Joseph Wani, known for his prowess, 2-time Nairobi Community Champion, winning pitcher both times with fierce, dominating performances. Let's see if that translates to the whole team here at the 15 and under level. Second pitch for a strike. That's a second strike now swinging for Kenya.
Yes, the umpire makes it a 2-1 call. And it's a 3-strike. And the batter is down. So we have...
So that was
Raymond Daniel getting his first strikeout of the tournament to Moirori Joseph, who was the second batter up.
Titus, last name Titus up here.
Yeah, we have
Sikuku Titus. You know, we would look at Titus here and think that he's a little bit shorter than some of the South Sudanese guys, but actually it makes it a little bit harder for the pitcher because it's a smaller strike zone. He's not the tallest guy, but that doesn't mean he doesn't pack a punch. And so he still has a good shot here, and it's already showing the South Sudanese pitcher, Christo Joseph. Just like Wani, behind in the count. So it's a 3-0. He's there, 3-0. Titus is the third batter for Kenya. There's 2 outs in the top of the first. We're just getting started. And it was inside. That makes it ball 4. Or ball 3. Maybe somebody lost count on that.
3 balls, 1 strike.
3 balls, 1 strike. Got it.
I think that was called a strike. And
there's ball 4. So Titus takes the walk, and Mendeo Collins coming up next.
Yes, we have Collins coming up on deck, and the fans are rallying up So this batter number 4, so he must be a ding squad hitter. He must be a dinger. So he goes by the name Mwila Peter.
1 out, or 2 outs after 2 strikes. There's a first strike in there.
Mwila Peter watches the first one straight in the middle of the plate. We have Tata stealing base,
And it's a pop-up.
and he's heading to second base, and it's a 3-out game. Fly ball infield.
Important thing there is that Kenya made contact even as we watch a changeover here. Kenya did get contact there on the ball, even with the runner on base. So that's a good sign. You got to just make sure that you get some sort of contact there as a batter. And now Kenya goes to the field with South Sudan up to bat.
Yeah, the last out was made by Wilson Michael, jersey number 18 from Southern Sudan. He was a shortstop. He made it all the way to second base to catch the infield fly. So Kenya is rallying up.
Great thing, Ninja, is that we are being live streamed across the world. We are bringing East Africa and African baseball to the world here, and really we couldn't do it without a lot of our sponsors. It's just been incredible. The live stream actually came up quite quickly right toward the end of this week, and just sort of like this baseball field has been something that's been done by a lot of people contributing in. Play Sport for Life has come in. They're in South Africa, a great community organization that focuses on sports for leadership and life across the board in South Africa. And then Paratus, who is a continent-wide provider of Starlink internet. We are using Starlink internet here out at the Nairobi Field of Dreams. Paratus has been an incredible sponsor for us. If We Build It as the co-founder, we also came in to sponsor both the field, of course, and the live stream. We wanted to help do that, and some other great partners. Angels at Bat, who has been in Kenya for a long time, has come forward to help financially sponsor the event. And then ECDC, who works across, mainly in Uganda, but in other parts of the continent, called Every Child Deserves a Chance. They've done an incredible job here to help us with the live stream. And then finally, Diamond in the Rough, led by one of our good friends, Matt Soren, focused on growing baseball across Africa. Matt was a pitcher at a really high level for University of Delaware in the United States, and then pitched for the Israeli national team, and also played in one of your favorite leagues, Baseball United.
Wow, that's cool. Matt Damon, man. He has such a...
Not Matt Damon.
Who?
Matt Soren. Matt Soren does sort of look like Matt Damon at sometimes, or at least I'm sure when he's looking in the mirror.
Damon is there, yeah.
And this is a nice video there of ifwebuildit.org, the organization that works really closely alongside the Baseball Federation of Kenya and the Softball Federation, as well as Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, which is the host of the field, has given the land. And you have both played and coached here.
Yeah, on this field, yeah.
On this field.
Yeah, this field has been 3 or 4 years in the making. For us to see a mound on it now, finally. You know, Tom, I was wondering why you didn't call me up for the mound making, man, because, I'm good at digging stuff up. And
well, you're up next. We got the big one to build on the next.
I'm calling God. I'm calling Shogun.
That's it. You've got it. Don't worry.
So we have the game starting up. Kenyan pitcher. And the ball.
And we get a strike.
It's a strike from the Kenyan pitcher.
The Kenyan fans are out in force today.
Yeah, the under 15 has a very big fan base all the way from Nakuru, Elbagon, Kajiado, Masai, and that is where some of the players come from. But players all the way from Meru, and it's an out. So the ball was hit, and it's fair, and it rolled all the way slowly to the first base. Just easily, casually tagged out the Southern Sudanese player.
All right, so we got one out. Our second batter for for Kenya. Sorry, South Sudan.
Yeah, that's the first out for Joshua. No, Brighton. Brighton is the pitcher.
Wilson Michael here up for South Sudan. Pretty exciting. I mean, South Sudan, first time they're wearing jerseys and uniforms. And they were just produced recently in the last month. These guys are really excited. South Sudan has had a ton of prospects coming out of the country. Interestingly, a lot of the young guys live in Kampala. They live in Uganda, refugees who were born in Uganda but are South Sudanese nationals. And Uganda is really a hotbed of active baseball.
Yeah, Uganda is like the core of East African baseball with so many international programs running in their country. Yeah, we have actually the first ever East African to go to Major League Baseball came from Uganda. It was for the Pirates, right?
No, that was actually for South Africa, Gifting Gope.
I'm talking about East Africa.
Oh, for East Africa.
Yeah,
and it's a foul ball there. 2 balls, 1 strike here for Wilson Michael from South Sudan.
Namasaka Brighton with his first out. Hoping to get his second out.
It's got to be a relief. Kenya wants to come into this inning and get out quickly.
They need to clean up the bases from the plate.
So far, so good.
Yes,
Ball down onto the plate, bounces off. Good stop by the catcher. That's our friend Samuel, Mandu's son Samuel, behind the plate there for Kenya.
Jersey number 16. Sometimes I wonder why people pick certain numbers. So it's a walk.
So here is Kenya getting into trouble early, putting a free pass to the runner and to the batter.
Brighton is getting some trouble.
So wants to have
locating the strike zone. Some of these Southern Sudanese players are quite tall for 15 years. Don't you think?
Well, that's, that happens. I know I was that, you wouldn't believe it, but I was that tall at 15, or just starting to be that tall. So
it's a genetic thing, yeah? So some of the Kenyan players are kind of short. So the pitcher is usually used to a lower strike zone.
Well, for Kenya, that could actually be an advantage for them, is that they've got more of a strike zone to work with, going chest to knees around that sort of rectangle that's drawn. So you've got a bigger space to work with. There's a deal on a strike. One and one, 1 ball, 1 strike. At least that's what the umpires just called. It's a little off of our ticker there. 1 ball, 1 strike. I looked inside. That's now 2 balls, 1 strike. So we're back to 2-1 count.
I don't know about the field in Southern Sudan, but I believe that the Kenyan players, the young ones, for this case, are using the mound for the first time.
That would be right. I mean, a lot of people are using the mound for the first time here, which is great. That's
so that kind of changes their pitching mechanics.
That's right. Yep. I
think it's a household mentality for Brighton, because they are trailing behind on the scoreboard. They really need to get in scoring position with 1 out at the plate. So Brighton is actually justified for pushing a second.
Looked like a pretty good pitch in there. The deal, but outside. Kenya's in scoring position with 1 out and a man on second. 1-0 pitch. And a good foul ball there. Good contact. That's what you're looking for.
So
out into the parking lot.
Gets a foul ball.
1 and 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So you asked me about Goliath and David, and I believe the Southern Sudanese team is stronger, having won yesterday.
It's a 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. I believe we have Jiru Michael up for Kenya.
Yeah, he's...
And Sam Githeri, the umpire behind the plate, with a called 2nd strike. 2 balls.
2 strikes.
2 strikes. And a third strike swinging. Michael goes down on the third strike. This will be the big thing. You can get one big play for yourself, but a lot of times guys who have a lot of experience can settle down and not get rattled. So if South Sudan doesn't get rattled there, Kenya's got to figure out a way how to capitalize on mistakes.
David swinging at a good pitch and missing. Yes, Tom, that is very accurate and correct. Baseball needs you to calm your nerves sometimes. And we have Michael stealing to that base.
Okay, a little aggressive. We've seen that aggressive running out here.
Yeah,
this is a known thing.
Yeah.
Steal third base.
Yeah, that's a Kenyan thing.
It's a Kenyan thing.
It's a Kenyan thing.
And it's not stealing. I think that's, that's an incorrect term. It's just taking the base if it's being given.
Yeah, if you see the catcher slacking, what's stopping you from taking that
That's
base?
right. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And
So,
it's a foul ball up in the air, back to the crowd, and right above us.
Yeah,
That's fun.
that's
You can hear
dangerous.
the ding. You
That's
can hear
dangerous.
it's not so dangerous because we've got a roof over our
I
heads
think we
here.
need some helmets up in here.
I think we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
I'll get myself some insurance.
And we've got a base hit. We got a ground ball through
And
shortstop.
we have Brighton scoring for Kenya, so it's a tie for Kenya
Look at that.
with Brighton.
So that was an error at shortstop. The ball was hit to the shortstop. Actually, the shortstop lost his shoe for South Sudan, went under the South Sudanese shortstop's glove, and South Sudan pays the price. Kenya gets a run.
Yeah, we are now equal and square at the scoreboard. It's 1-1. Brighton, the pitcher, aggressive base stealing, base running. He made it home finally.
Exciting moment for Kenya.
Brighton with 2 bases stolen. Actually, Brighton took 3 bases.
That's the way to go. Well, the technically, yeah, he doesn't steal home on an error.
So it's 2
Inside
bases.
pitch. It's 2 bases. He stole second and third, and then
Got home with an error.
that's right, got home with an error.
The weather is so conducive for baseball. It's not too hot, it's not too cold.
Perfect out here. It's a beautiful day. Everybody's welcome to come out to the Nairobi Field of Dreams at JQuat.
Yeah, Jomo Kenyatta University.
We've got a steal going on here. And the ball passed the shortstop on the attempt to make the steal play, and he gets in safely at second. Great backup by the center fielder there for South Sudan to make sure the ball didn't go too far out and add to it. It's 2 balls, 1 strike here. Kenya now is a man in scoring position with a low third ball. Catcher stops it as it passes by, and runner at second decides not to run.
Yes, the Kenyan squad is on their last batter, the DH, Joshua Barura.
And Christo Joseph for South Sudan finding himself in a little trouble now. 2 balls, 1 strike behind in the count. Also hits the front of the plate. Runner going from second.
Masaka Breton is stealing towards that, and the
And
ball
it goes
is
behind.
wild. And that will award Kenya.
No, the plate's going to be at home. Plate's going to be
He
at home.
made it
And he
and
touches
stepped
third.
on it.
Kenya goes up.
And we have Joshua stealing to second base.
Kenya for the first time
Kenya is leading in the game.
Leading
and
in the
fans
game.
are so excited.
in South Sudan.
The Kenyan team pushing for those errors from the unexperienced Southern Sudanese team.
Can hear the crowd.
It's lively, man. They love it. The Southern Sudanese coach asking if he stepped on the plate, and
He did. I watched him do
I
it.
watched him
I watched
step
him
on the edge
step.
of the
It's a
plate.
good. It's a good thing to check.
Yeah, to track the players actually step on the plate. So the Kenyan team is starting again their batting order with Mindeo Samuel.
Now we talked about pitchers rebounding and finding themselves in a little bit of trouble. Christo Joseph is got some pressure on him now. He's now the team that's down, and he's got a runner on second.
You saw the Kenyan pitcher hold his nerves during the
That's right.
bases loaded. Let's see if they can do the
Let's
same
see.
as well.
And this is what game experience is about, and this is what's so great for South Sudan at this point is that They get to be in the moment. There's no more talking about what ifs.
Yeah. Now that they have a federation, they're coming up for games. They need to level up with the rest of the competitors, right?
You've got to have you have to have the playing space to give yourself a chance to be in these situations. The crowd's hype. Sun's starting to come out.
Yeah,
this is what reality looks like. And ball 4 for South Sudan.
That's a fast walk. Samuel is given a walk. We have Joseph Mirore stepping up to the plate. Can he handle the hits? I want to remind you that we have 2 outs.
2 outs
in
here.
The game, and Kenya is just getting started.
Just getting started. First strike there from Christo Joseph, and he can battle back. This is time to settle in. A new batter. 0-1 count, 2 outs, and second base is stealing to third, and not a successful attempt in and out. He's safe at third.
Yeah, Joshua is safe at third. He's now stolen 2 bases.
So we had a third. Might be hard to see on the screen without the camera, but a slide into third is a timeout's taken here.
There was a collision, I believe, between the third baseman and Joshua.
Yeah, that was a hard. He didn't slide feet first. He slid knee first. I think I saw.
I think it's the position of the throw from the catcher.
Ah, got it. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't think
there's a time called by the Southern Sudanese coach.
Yeah, this is a good chance for them to regroup while the player is being checked out and the physios being checked into, and Luton Hospital responding now. Our first aid provider and sponsor coming out to check out on the player. They've been an incredible sponsor to help out with first aid support. Always really important to have that. Baseball is not always an easy game on the body.
Yeah, you know, baseball is not a contact sport, so anytime people come into contact is usually by accident.
Yeah,
we don't tackle one another, so we will collide accidentally, and that means some injuries might occur.
That's right. Now, South Sudan is trying to avoid an injury here on the scoreboard. They have runners. Kenya has runners on first and third. There are 2 outs in the top of the second. Kenya is leading for the first time in the tournament. 2-1.
Yes.
Exciting moment for Kenya. Question is, can they capitalize? 0-1 strike count, no balls. Well, actually, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the runner from first is going, and it looks like a foul ball. What a good stroke there.
Yeah, we had Joshua already at home plate from the foul. He's so eager to score.
So basically the ball was hit by the batter down the right field line and just went foul. You're not going to be able to see it from watching online. And thank you for joining us for this important game here at the Nairobi Field of Dreams. Halfway through our 3-day tournament for the under-15 Africa Continental Qualifiers. Uganda losing to South Africa earlier today. Here's the pitch.
We have Joseph stealing to second base.
And that's strike 3 and after the foul ball. Good. And good call from Sam Githeri, the coach, the umpire, to retire the side for South Sudan, so they get out of the jam there.
So Joshua actually holds his nerves, right?
He held his nerves, yeah. Even after that shot down the right field line. There's the slide into third we see where it might have been just a little bit of an injury.
Yeah, they could have collided there, as
yep.
you can see. The Kenyan coach was very concerned. He had to stop the game at that moment to get a physio to attend to the player. We would have had Joshua score, but unfortunately, Joseph got a strikeout on his third swing.
So, but Kenya takes the lead, which is a historic moment here for this tournament, where Kenya is now up 2-1 against South Sudan. And I'm just going on here. We got 16 people watching right now across from many places. We want to say hello to you from wherever you're joining us. Great to have you with us as we watch the action in Nairobi, Kenya. My name is Tom Wallace, announcing today with
Benson Kahugu.
Benson Kahugu.
One and only neighborhood-friendly ninja.
Everybody knows him as the ninja. You never know when he's gonna show up.
Yeah, I'm like oxygen, bro.
But you're like the ninja of love, man. Like you just disperse love. You come at people with love. That's what the most important thing is.
I realized that love is stronger than hate. So,
Amen.
If I was to go to war, my weapon of choice would be love.
Well, now we'll see if Kenya can win today with nothing but love, as they are up 2-1. Now they've got a little bit of extra fuel in the tank. We've got some confidence coming out to the field to play defense against a strong hitting South Sudan team who put a lot of pressure on in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the second here, and Kenya is going to be up for the test. We will see what happens. We just want to say a big shout out to our sponsors who have made this live stream happen. An incredible response from the baseball community across the world. Play Sport for Life from South Africa, Paratus, Internet, If We Build It, Angels at Bat, ECDC, Every Child Deserves a Chance, and Diamond in the Rough Baseball. So here we are, bottom of the second, no outs. Kenya up, and the first delivery is a strike. There's no runners on, so this is the beginning of the inning. Bottom of the second, and Kenya looking to play some defense here and keep South Sudan off the board. The pitch and the delivery. Big swing from number 13 for a strike. That's a great start for Kenya coming out of the inning.
This shows that Brighton has really mastered the strike zone of this South Sudanese side. He's bringing up the tempo of his pitches.
A lot of baseball is mental and confidence, and that's really important for them.
It all goes back to playing with the basics, right?
That's right.
And
then we have a strikeout, the second strikeout.
Brighton has a strikeout.
And the catcher ensures that on a drop third strike that he throws the ball down to first base. That's good awareness. So we have one out, no one on for South Sudan, 0 runners. I think our ticker there shows a man on first and second, but it is actually no runners on base. And we have number 9, Christo Joseph, the pitcher, up to bat against Brighton for Kenya. Pitcher against pitcher.
Yes, pitcher against pitcher is usually an awesome matchup to watch. Just like you saw, Brighton did a good hit, got him to second base with a steal, got him to third base with a steal, and Brighton scored for Kenya.
Kenya can feel the momentum. The crowd is firing up here. Sounds amazing. You might be able to hear them in the background. A low pitch there for Brighton to put him at a 1-1 count.
Joseph seemed unfazed by that pitch. He knew it wasn't going to be in the strike zone.
That's right. Sometimes you just know that the pitcher, when you can tell, you're just standing there as a batter.
I think it's a pitcher thing.
It's a pitcher thing. 1 out for Kenya, playing defense in the field against South Sudan. A good-looking pitch, so and inside.
Inside, and actually Joseph was caught looking on that one.
He was caught looking. It was a good-looking pitch, actually. Sometimes that can, be up to the call of the umpire. It was a good-looking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brighton sets. South Sudan waits. That's strike 3.
Brighton has his game on point.
Brighton is looking good. Number 14, that was my favorite number.
Number 14.
Number 14. So it's a gut. Sometimes that can be considered a lucky number.
You actually pitch sometimes, do you?
Sometimes I do. 14 versus 14. So we go back to the top of the order.
With 2 outs, Brighton with 2 strikeouts for Kenya. So the Kenyan fan base is cheering, saying they have a pitcher. And Brighton is up in the count with a strike, called a foul ball. Yes, the ball unfortunately went to the fans parking.
So already up in the count. Ayul for Jal Menu, top of the order, 0-1 count.
That is strike 2.
Strike 2.
Looks like Brighton might seal this one.
Well, let's see. But I think the confidence and the momentum is on the side of Kenya right now. You've got the crowd behind you. You had a rough day yesterday as a country, as a team. a wide, sort of like a eye opener. And that's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yes, the fans are eagerly waiting for the first clean inning.
That would be quite a moment here for Kenya.
Yeah, it would be, because we are leading, and being at the bottom of the second means we go at the top of the end.
It's a foul ball.
Foul.
Grounded in the foul territory. Coach Peter Deng over there. One ball, 2 strikes.
The fans are just cheering Brighton, Brighton, Brighton. Namasaka, Brighton. So it's a 2-2 count.
2-2 count here.
So Brighton trying to...
But Kenya already can feel good about
leading
the moment right now. This is where they've got to build on it. They need to make sure they can get out of this inning and keep their momentum and confidence going. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitcher Brighton from Kenya. South Sudan. Oh, and we have a hit batter.
Yes.
So that's a free base for Jao Manyu, number 14. He gets hit in the arm, and the coaches come in to check on them. Those things, the hard ball can hurt, no doubt.
No doubt, but at the age of 15, I believe the pitchers couldn't be clocking faster than 70.
That's right. Well, for these guys, and that's probably one of the first times he's gotten hit by a ball.
Yeah.
In a game. It doesn't always feel good.
It doesn't feel good. Could be his first time. Yeah, he needs like some medical attention, as you can see there.
Which could be a big thing. So that's your number 1 batter, Jao Manyu, who is, we'll have to see how the rules play out for him. Depends on where he gets hit, but I don't know if...
I think he got hit on the arm.
The question is he out for the game?
Once you get out from the batting box, you cannot return to the field.
No, they're bringing him back in.
Yeah, I think they need to work out that pretty fast, because the Kenya defense team is eager to make their third out with Brighton already.
And it looks like the player doesn't really understand that if he leaves the field that he's out for the game.
Yeah.
So the coaches are trying to coax him to come back in. You can't see it, but we're watching over here on the tent.
Yeah, we want to thank the Ministry of Sports Kenya, Jomo Kenyatta University, Wbsc.org, Diamond in the Rough, Angels at Bat, and Play Sports for Life, all sponsoring this live stream you guys are watching from wherever you're watching us from. We thank you so much for joining us. So the batter has actually agreed to take up the plate. He's jogging to first base.
Jogging to first base, that's good. Yeah, you got to keep your number 1 batter. If it's your number 1 batter, you could try to keep him in. So Wilson Michael comes up with 2 outs against Brighton of Kenya. And
so we have 2 strikeouts, 1 hit ball, walk to base, and the 4th batter for the Southern Sudanese team. We have
okay, it's ball. So Brighton falling behind right away to Wilson Michael. And the ball was thrown back to the pitcher, past him into center field. So Manu goes to second on basically an error by the catcher and the pitcher. Yes. And they pay the price. Now
there was nobody man in second base, so Brighton had actually to run to second base to try and cover the ball he missed.
And so second, now South Sudan has a runner in scoring position. So we go from Kenya having all the momentum, having 2 balls, no strikes with the man on second. He's taking a huge lead. He's going to take third.
The ball going to that from
play at third, and Kenya sails it into left field. And now we have South Sudan tying the game.
On an
Benson.
error.
On an error. That is how quickly the shift is. 2 outs.
The moment the pitcher started winding up, we knew the steal was going to be legit. So the catcher should have just held the ball if he was not going to make a good throw.
That's right. So Kenya now tie game with South Sudan. South Sudan capitalizing on the errors of Kenya with 2 outs. Just a few moments ago, they were within 1 strike of a clean sheet inning, and all of a sudden now struggling to keep ahead in the game.
Kenya Might as well benefited from the 2 out in the last inning.
That's right. And the pitch from Brighton to foul ball. So we get a strike. See if we get the count here. We're here at the Nairobi Field of Dreams here at JQuat University. University of JQuat is a 3-ball, 1-strike count. So Brighton is behind in the count for Kenya. The number 2 batter at bat, Wilson Michael. Pitch from Brighton. And it's a strong hit to right field into the gap over the right fielder. It bounces. It's going to hit off the fence, and it's going to be a double. He's looking to turn it into a 3. He's running to third. Second baseman has the ball. He holds it. And Wilson Michael is in for a triple for South Sudan. Strong hit into right field over the head of the right fielder, just out of reach.
David just couldn't figure out where the ball will land. Went past him. He did a good hustle for the ball.
And so just like that, Kenya is within a base hit of going down 3-2 to South Sudan. And South Sudan has somebody on third base ready to score with 2 outs.
Samuel is very eager to hold the runner at that base.
1 ball, no strikes.
Brighton bringing a good
Looked
pitch.
like a good pitch to me. That's up there a little bit higher, but that's a 2-ball, no strikes. Man on third. Tie game, Kenya, South Sudan. So
Yeah,
Kenya.
it's a tie game. It's a 2-2 score. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Brighton.
It's a good looking pitch.
He's comfortable on this count, right?
He is comfortable. So we got a strike there. That counts as a strike. You get a foul ball. It goes as a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kenya, tie game. South Sudan with the man on third. Pitch from Brighton. In there for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Looked pretty good from up here, but umpire.
I think the Southern Sudanese players are quite tall, so the strike zone should be a bit higher for them.
3 balls, 1 strike, but Sam Guteri has the best view of all behind the home plate.
That's
Ball
the 4th
4.
ball. So we get a walk.
So, man on first and third for South Sudan. 2 outs. Tie game 2-2. Here at the Nairobi Field of Dreams at JQuat, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, just outside of Nairobi. And we've got a game.
Yeah, this game is really looking up. Looks like it could be the main event of the day.
Brighton in with
But
the
it's
pitch
really
inside.
tight.
Oh,
It's a strike inside.
Chipo likes that inside call.
Yeah, I think Brighton is actually mastering that pitch. I saw him strike out the Ugandan Joseph. No, the Southern Sudanese Joseph. With the same strike.
It's hard. This is where control comes.
Well,
Okay, so runner from first goes to second easily. No play.
Sikuku Titus was not man in second base. Neither was Muila Peter. So the runner easily took the plate. The wind in Nairobi is really something, right?
It really is. It's picking up out here in JQuat. We want to say hi to the 19 people watching from across wherever you are in the world. I can't see where you are, but we welcome you to join us. Spread the word. We've got Kenya in a heated match up against South Sudan out here at the Nairobi Field of Dreams, a 2-1 count. Brighton with the pitch. And a big swing there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And again, we are in one of those key moments here in the game. So this is a tough count for the batter and for the pitcher. And you've got 2 runners in scoring position. A base hit puts South Sudan up by 2 runs.
Yeah.
And there, a big swing,
A big hit as well.
a big hit, which went foul. It was a
Yeah.
foul ball. Let's just be really clear about that. Number 17 for South Sudan. Let me get that name for you. Bio Atem, the number 4 batter. I mean, this is even more.
This is a dinger.
This is the big guy.
This is a big guy.
This is their best hitter right here, and we saw it. So the question is, what will he do? What will Brighton do for Kenya?
I think Brighton has a secret weapon called the inside pitch.
And he
The ball
goes,
is high.
sails it high, so it gets him to a full count here. So the pressure is on for both. Full count to the number 4 batter for South Sudan, one of their bigger guys. Can Kenya hold here in the bottom of the second?
The Kenyan pitcher looks confident.
Ball 4 on the outside.
Yes, and you know the run at that base could still on a loose
That's
walk.
right.
So we see the catcher, Samuel, securing the ball pretty fast. So we have another batter up. Brighton delivering. The ball is a bit high. The game is starting to settle a bit.
Bases loaded here for South Sudan.
Yeah, and the Kenyan pitcher looks calm despite that.
Oh, and the play's going to play at the plate. Sliding head first into home, and the ball is rolled to the pitcher's mound. South Sudan is running in for another score on an error.
2 runs.
2
made
runs. Could
on
be
a loose ball.
on a loose ball. Ball
Between
went
Samuel and Brighton
aggressive base running,
by the Southern Sudanese young.
and a timeout is called. Wow. And just like that,
the game is changed.
quickly.
The scores have doubled.
So it was a pass ball. Catcher got it, tried to throw it back to the pitcher.
Did a poor throw.
Well, also, let's just be really clear,
There
not
was a
just
slide,
the throw,
there
the
was a
slide.
slide.
It was
Yeah.
a very aggressive
Yeah, it was very
head first
aggressive.
slide,
Yeah.
which is good
So
for
I
South
believe
Sudan.
Brighton kind of like decided not to be aggressive on the tag.
That's right.
Because if
Maybe
he went for the ball,
he didn't
could
want to
have-
get hurt.
Yeah, he could have gotten
So
hurt.
the ball sailed over, rolled to
The middle of the field.
the middle of the
actually.
field, and no one was there to back it up. And
Yeah.
with bases loaded, South Sudan capitalized and sent in another runner. Big lead at second for the runner, and it's a
So
pop-up
it's
to
a
right
pop-up,
to first
first
base. First baseman over and grabs the
Joseph
ball.
Moirore catches it, and it's the third out of the inning.
So pretty not great for Kenya after being in a position to hold at a 2-1 lead, and
Yeah.
South Sudan scores 3 runs, essentially on some errors or some unforced
Because errors.
moments.
The whole scoring, the whole scores from the Southern Sudanese came from errors, I believe. But it's impressive to see Brighton hold his nerves, still deliver good pitches. With one batter hit by his pitches, I think that's where it started raining on him.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's good that they, and also a pop-up there to secure an out. And we've got ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, we
joining us from all over the world.
We have Joseph Moirore catching the fly ball, which was foul, but that successfully to finish the inning. The weather in Nairobi today is
It's chilly. It's a
chilly,
bit
sunny, chilly.
sunny, chilly. It's a nice day for baseball out here.
It's a
Welcome.
really nice day, because I'm sure the sun will come out later on in the day. So it's an average of 20 degrees here in Nairobi.
You can see here that just watching the coaches from South Sudan give some instruction, always teaching, always coaching. It's just an incredible moment for so many teams in East Africa and Africa. We have South Sudan here playing against Kenya, but also Uganda and South Africa in a tight game for the first match, ending in a win for South Africa. After time was called, that game could have kept going.
Yes, sir.
I think it was the 9-4 win.
9-4.
9-4
With a
win.
Grand Slam, the first Grand Slam at the Field of Dreams. I think
That's true.
I'm not used to that kind of thing happening.
That was a big hit. That was a
big hit.
really big hit for South Africa.
Like
So
Joel 33, jersey number 33.
So you can catch us on our socials for ifwebuildit.org at ifwebuildit_org or ifwebuildit.org. on Instagram, and we are live on the Baseball Federation of Kenya YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow Baseball Federation of Kenya, a growing organization that's working to grow baseball. And we want to give a shout out to the Softball Federation of Kenya, who successfully hosted 2 continental qualifiers last week for men's under 23, which included Botswana, South Africa, and Kenya, and additionally the women's seniors softball championship, which included South Africa, Kenya, and Uganda, with South Africa in both of the competitions taking the first place. Yes. Uganda in the women's softball taking second
place, yeah.
And then I believe Botswana for men coming in second for men's softball.
Yes, that is correct.
But here we are, top of the third. Who do we have at bat here, Benson?
We have Titus Sikuku batting for Kenya.
I think Titus got it started last inning with a walk.
Yeah, he's a shortstop. I think that's why he's short.
And a low ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That's in there for a strike.
Yes, Titus receiving his first strike. The Kenyan fan base cheering and rallying.
It's a good looking pitch. So it's 3 strikes. Kenya's gonna have to swing the bat. They have to go up to the ready to swing.
Yeah, so Titus gets his strikeout handed over to him by Joseph.
Yeah, Christo Joseph is, after a rough inning last inning, has found himself back into rhythm.
Yeah, these kids look like they have their nerves together, you know. So we have Peter Mwila
with a grounder to first base.
The ball is called dead
here. Don't know what that was. There was a time called.
There was a time called.
There was a time called. It's a good call by the umpire for safety.
I think there was an equipment lying in the field.
No balls, no strikes. Strike 1, a late call from Chifo, as we call him, well known here.
Yes, Samuel.
Oh, and a base,
and
it's
the
a
hit
little grounder.
by Mwila Peter, but he's out at first. The throw is good from the shortstop.
So 2 quick outs for South Sudan to protect with a 4-2 lead in the top of the third.
So 2 out for Kenya. Top of the third.
Time called by the umpire.
So Peter really did his wills, but the throw was on target and on time. Good play from the shortstop.
Christo Joseph settling back in.
Collins getting his first ball. Collins Mindeo plays second base for the Kenyan team. Collins with a swing and a hit, but it's foul.
So you know I've been wrong the whole time. I thought I saw a number 9 out there. It's actually a number 2. This is Malek Kuol Bior for South Sudan.
Oh, they changed their batter.
They changed their pitchers.
Oh, that's okay. So unfortunately, we didn't notice that.
So a new pitcher comes in for South Sudan at the beginning of the inning, and we didn't look at the number. Malek starting to show a little dominance here. 1 ball, 2 strikes here.
Collins watching the ball, which is low.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the third. South Sudan got 3 runs in the bottom of the second.
The ball is too high for Collins.
Collins kind of ducked down on that one. Looked like the ball was coming for his head, but a little bit higher than that.
Collins is really eager to get a good
and
hit.
He gets a swing.
And he's running. He's on wheels. Collins with a base hit to first.
So if you weren't able to see that, the shortstop and the third baseman both
collided.
Well, they didn't glide. They just couldn't make a decision who was going to make the play. That's a shortstop's ball, and the indecision led to a base hit. So we have a little bit of a rally started for Kenya here with a man on first. and stealing. The ball's dropped by the catcher.
Collins has stolen to second base successfully.
Sort of trips and falls into second.
Yeah, he kind of tripped. He kind of thought he's at base before he got to base. So Brighton with a foul ball.
Brighton trying to give himself some runs here, and Bjor is feeling a little pressure. Hasn't been behind that much.
So Brighton Shundu. Up for Kenya. There are two Brightons in the Kenyan team. One plays on the left field and the other plays on the pitching mound.
Watching a great run here as the replay runs of that single to the left side of the infield. So we've got a 1-1 count. Kenya's got a runner in scoring position on second. The delivery.
We have
and it's a grounder. It's a grounder to third base.
Let's see
third
if
baseman
they'll
picks
make
it up,
out on time.
makes the play. He dives.
But the ball is in time and on target.
Great play by the third
finish
baseman.
the
No
inning.
indecision on that one.
Yeah, he was sure that he's not going to tag Brighton. He's going to throw the ball to first base.
So South Sudan gets out of the pinch with a man on second for Kenya, and that means they go into the bottom of the third, 4-2. Let's watch,
They are leading.
see the replay here on that last play as things got started up. There's a little squibber to left, the left side of the infield, and the third baseman picked it up quite decisively and made the play. It was a close play at first, actually.
Yeah, it was a close one. Where Brighton actually doing his
they show
best
it
to
here.
get. Yeah,
He was diving in. That was a close play.
one. It's a close play.
He might have just missed it. Just, obviously. So here we are at the Nairobi Field of Dreams as we watch some of the spectators, some of our friends here who watch.
Now, I see Moses Ondeng. I see Lewis Tekei and
George from
Uganda,
our
yeah.
Ugandan.
coach, Kenya local coach.
That's right. And, oh, there's the play. Let's see if we get another angle here.
Yeah, it was close.
Play,
It
but
was
we don't
close.
do instant replay here. So Brighton is back up pitching for Kenya. And we are here at the Nairobi Field of Dreams for the Continental Championship and World Cup qualifiers for under 15 boys baseball for Africa. And Kenya is down 4-2, but they have been in it. This is a great response to them after a tough day of getting really pushed around by some of the big guys in African baseball. I want to say thank you to the Baseball Federation of Kenya, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Jay Quatts, If We Build It. We have Diamond in the Rough, Angels at Bat, PS for Play Sport for Life, and one more, Paratus, which is not included on that bug, but is the big sponsor here for us.
For Starlink
And a big
Internet.
thank you for Starlink Internet bringing you this live coverage.
So at the bottom of the third, Kenya trailing. I saw the same throw back from Samuel to Brighton, and that costed Kenya a stolen base.
That's it. I mean, Kenya really paid the price last inning, and they'll see if they can recover. And Brighton's having a little trouble with location right now. It's a 2-0 count.
Yes.
And, you know, the challenge is that Kenya last inning was leading 2-1 with
Now
2
they're
outs.
trailing, yeah.
And was in a place to be in command, and now they're playing
Trailing.
from behind.
Yes, sir. So they need to lock this inning in. They need to make sure they get the outs easily. They need to stop the runs from piling up because they don't need to play catch up in the bottom of the game.
John
So
Wall.
let's pitch from Brighton.
John Wall takes a big swing there for South Sudan. 3-1 count for Brighton. Looks in for Kenya. Delivers. Inside pitch. That's a
It's a
strike.
strike.
We can be pretty
I told you
sure
Brighton knows what
He
he's
knows.
doing on the inside pitch, yeah?
if he can keep it there. So now he's got a 3-2 count, full count for the number 6 batter for South Sudan. Waits the pitch from Brighton.
And it's a
swing.
strikeout for Brighton. The first one of the bottom of this inning. So the Kenyan pitcher has shown some confidence and some tactic at striking out batters by delivering different and multi-potential pitches.
That's right. I think that's 3 strikeouts now for Brighton. So he's having a really good outing right now. And Yeath goes for a really high pitch and swings for the first strike. It's a good looking pitch, but outside for a ball.
Yeah, it's low a bit.
And Yeath up for South Sudan. Gets a grounder to the right side to first base. First baseman picks it up, runs it over.
Murore Joseph with the easy out.
And the crowd responds.
I like the cheering of the fans. Reminds me of my days back in kindergarten. Used to go to school just to sing and dance.
You just used to sing and dance?
Yeah, that's
okay.
My parents used to pay a lot for that.
Okay.
So if I knew back then what they were doing, I would have done it at home, you know?
You can dance anytime. You can dance if you'd like to, at the Field of Dreams. You don't have to wait for anybody to tell you. You don't have to pay for it.
You don't have to pay for it. Bring your own drum.
Bring your own drum. Bring your own vibe.
Bring your own vuvuzela. Bring your own whistle.
That's right. The crowd is live and excited for Kenya. They're in it for the first time.
So that's the first out. Kenya trying really hard to squeeze the scores.
Ball in inside. I thought that was going to be the usual inside call there. The wind picking up, going across the field right to left. There's a grounder to the third baseman. He's up with it. He grabs it. It's going to be a foot race. The first baseman came off.
So Joseph did not manage to tag the base. And I'm getting a lot of love from the Kenyan softball fraternity on the WhatsApp group. They're telling me that, let me read here, Ishmael saying, Kumbe Ninja, you have another talent away from playing. I'm enjoying your under 15 baseball live commentary. Great stuff with Thomas. So the fans are really enjoying what we're doing.
That's great. The question is, why aren't they out here? We need that softball community.
We'd like you guys to come to the field and watch. The base has been stolen.
So it was a pass ball. So again, another error, pass ball by for Kenya, and South Sudan advances the runner. So 1 ball, and the big lead because the pitcher is not even holding the batter or the runner on. He's going from what we call the full windup. So he's starting from the full windup, not going from the stretch, which is essentially handing over an extra base, and that could be costly for Kenya in this situation because there's 2 outs, but
the pitch is good. Inside corner.
That's a strike.
That's what Brighton does. I think Brighton needs to stick to that pitch.
That's a good pitch.
Natasha Ondongo from the Kenyan softball fraternity. Big up. You're watching us live from Mombasa Road.
Brighton with the set. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the delivery. It's a grounder back to shortstop. It bounces over the shortstop.
Bad bounce.
So basically what happened was there was a ground ball to the shortstop and it bounced over Titus's head.
Yeah, he went over Titus. He's a shortstop and he's kind of short.
He is a shortstop.
Yeah,
he's the shortstop.
He's the definition of shortstop.
That's right. And so that means South Sudan scores, possibly scores on that if the runner's at second, but because they're going from the stretch, they gave away an extra base. There's the steal is on, it goes past again.
So the ball is loose. We have Samuel losing the ball from Joseph.
So Kenya once again gives a base away. South Sudan in scoring position
again.
And South Sudan is knocking on the door.
We have 1 out, guys, and the pitch is called a ball.
So it's 5-2 for South Sudan.
So the fans watching us live are telling us they are enjoying the songs being sung by the fans. Mama Milka Mbonyo, Mbonyo Waru chips.
And it's a ground ball to shortstop.
Yeah, we have the ball caught well.
Titus throws it across.
Titus, and the ball is caught. But Joseph Moirore making the second out. The third out of the inning, so we are done with the inning. Just one score managed to pass through the game. So it's a 5-2 game at the moment. We are going to the top of the fourth. We hope to see Kenya come in aggressively in the offensive this time round. They didn't make any run at the whole of the third inning. They allowed one. The second inning was basically the core of the game. But the fans are really enjoying it.
Even the South Sudanese catchers out there dancing.
He's been dancing. I believe this guy comes from somewhere in Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah, he gets the Kenyan vibe.
Yeah. It's awesome, man. So here's the interesting thing about our short stop there. After the ball bounced over his head to allow the run to score, he makes a great play, deep shortstop. And honestly, some of these guys, I'm going to say, is the first time they're playing on 90-foot base paths. A lot of these guys have played in Little League or the 60-foot base paths. These distances are a big change.
Yeah, this is a big field.
That was a big throw across to first base, and the first baseman picked it up. I thought there would have been a drop there, but...
No, the guy kind of really stretched, man. That was pure athleticism. At such an age, stretching so well, that means that guy has really worked on his stretches.
And we see we're getting some mound maintenance. This is our first mound at the Nairobi Field of Dreams. This was built on Wednesday after the softball event. So it's not going to be the most perfect mound that you've ever seen in your life, but it is a mound. And the pitching rubber that is out there is a big block. It's as big as a concrete block.
I saw you building it like some 4 days ago.
So we were building it on Wednesday, and it was flown in with somebody who was visiting, and so it came all the way from Germany.
Wow.
It was ordered on Amazon.
So it's a German machine.
It's probably American.
Okay.
So the mound is fixed up. It gets wear and tear out there, but we have some good groundskeeping going on, which is great. Need that happening on a regular basis. You can't just build it, you also have to keep it.
Yeah, you have to maintain it.
You have to maintain it.
Yeah, we have Alan from Australia watching us live.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Alan from Australia.
Yeah, I don't know what time it is in Australia, but it could be early in the morning.
No, maybe, yeah. Let's take a look.
Late in the night. So Alan, what time is it back in Australia? I think Alan will comment on the comment section.
Okay, Alan's commenting right now. Okay, great. So we've got a lively game here. It's exciting for Kenya. They got really blown out yesterday in both games, mercy rules. Their second game, they played better than their first. They were challenged, though, with runs, so it was opened up against them yesterday by South Africa, 25-2, I believe, somewhere around there after a 16-0 against Uganda. But now we're back in the action. Top of the fourth, 5-2, and the crowd is wanting some answers from Kenya.
Yeah, we have Titus. The Kenyan fan base is really electric today, being a Saturday. We have the biggest turn-up of the tournament. And the ball is...
So we've got, we talked about this, number 2 for South Sudan pitcher.
And that's the second ball by the second pitcher for the Southern Sudanese team. He replaced Joseph at the top of the third inning.
Bior is starting to have trouble out there. Malek, we'll just go with Malek.
So we have Wanjiro Michael getting a walk. And actually, it's around 7:46 p.m. in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah,
7:46. Okay.
PM.
All right, that's good. That's prime
nice.
time. We're prime time in
So,
Australia.
yeah, we are prime time.
Prime time down under. Down under.
So we're doing prime time TV, right?
That's right. We're prime time. We've always known we're prime time. You and me.
It's just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time.
The world knows, right?
That's right. And the steal going for Kenya, and a fly ball to right field, but the runner's going to get caught on a caught ball in right field. Michael is caught on the steal, a double play for South Sudan. So there's a fly ball to right field. The runner
1-0 had already stolen.
He had already started stealing.
But he couldn't make it back on the plate in
He's
time.
pretty fast, but at that point, you got to get the coaches to call you back and get back to first base.
So, or he could have actually watched the ball
That's right.
mid-run.
Well, so he was already stealing, right?
Yeah,
so that's the problem is you're really focused
You're
on
stealing, and then the ball gets
Yeah.
hit. That really takes you out off your timing.
So that's the hit. What's called the hit and run. So the hit and run is the challenge. That's the risk and sort of the price you pay for the hit and run. You take the chance to steal a base, but if the batter hits the ball,
Nobody's watching your six.
nobody's watching your six. So instead of being no outs and a man on second or a man on first, we've got 2 outs and no one on base. South Sudan. And here we can see the crowd. You can see all of the players who come in.
The host country, Kenya, the fans really showed up for the game. And I think the average age of the fans is around 14 years or 15.
Maybe even 10. I don't know. These
kids are out here rallying behind their own kids. It's such a beautiful thing to see.
Man. It's cool. A lot of kids love this game in the country and even in Australia.
I think we should organize a friendly between Kenya and Australia.
I like that.
Now that Australia are among the viewerships.
And a pitch in there
It's a
from
strike.
Malik from a strike.
So David gets his first strike. So Joshua is batter up.
And it looks in for another ball, for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike from Malik from South Sudan, the second pitcher of the day. Malik Kul Bior delivering. And gets hit.
Yeah, so Joshua gets hit, unfortunately, by the ball.
And Joshua is trying to figure out how the pain feels. Number 17.
Number 17, Joshua, is a designated hitter for the team.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, I can tell you that. But in the game, you just let the sting wear off and you can go back to playing.
I think that's why you see in the major leagues people wearing a lot of protective gear on their
pads and
pads,
gears. Yep. So Kenya has a man on first with 2 outs and a 0-0 count. Top of the 4th.
The 2 outs were done by a double
steal
play.
is on for Kenya.
And it's a successful
and
steal.
he's in there successfully.
Joshua's.
So now man in run scoring position for Kenya, getting a big lead. Malik is giving him a look though here. He's looking back.
Joshua ended at that base in the second inning. He had 2 stolen bases. Now he's back at a scoring position. He's an aggressive runner. I think he might kind of, narrow the gap between Kenya and Southern Sudan if he gets himself to that base. And he's already taken a lead.
It's a pop-up foul. So that puts us at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Kenya.
The sun is really
Sun's
scorching
picked
right
up.
now. Yeah.
But the wind is still going, so you're getting both the wind and the sun for you.
So it's a cool day for baseball.
I think the dancing has brought up the sun. Here's the
drumming,
pitch.
I think it's drumming.
Man's running, and a hit and run on again. Foul ball, so the runner's going to have to go back to second base. And so it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Yep, man on second. It's Joseph at second, right?
Yes.
Joseph was getting a big lead there, trying to put that pressure on. He's just walking to third base at this point. And that's in there for a strike 3 count. And Kenya is down after Malik pitches his way out of the jam.
And Joshua is once again left in scoring position, hanging. The Kenyan team is really trying to score and narrow the gap. They're doing well defensively, but offensively they are lacking. So we're going to the top of the 5th. No, bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the 4th.
Bottom of the 4th. With Kenya defending again. Hopefully they will not allow more than 0 runs to come in.
That's right.
Because if they allow this gap to widen, it's going to be trouble in paradise. And Kenya is paradise for the home team.
So I just want to give a shout out to our internet and live stream sponsor Paratus, who is the provider of Starlink across the continent, a Starlink provider. And we don't even have electricity out here. We have to bring in a generator. We don't have water yet right at the field, and So electricity and even Wi-Fi is really tough. Paratus is allowing, and Starlink is allowing us to broadcast live from the field with Okapi Sports Network, who's one of the premier sports live streaming providers in the country, has gotten a lot of fame for their work to broadcast Kenyan basketball and the Premier League here. And we've got an equally good atmosphere out here, Benson.
Yeah.
Baseball has got a lot of followers, and it's a great way to come spend a day. You're outside. You're not in, as much as I love Nyayo Stadium.
You're outside.
You're outside.
You're feeling the breeze.
You're feeling the breeze.
Yeah,
beautiful.
There's plenty of wildlife to go around.
That's right.
And yeah, the whole fan base is welcoming. It's warm.
Yeah. You get hot dogs. I'm actually thinking a lot about the hot dogs from Ann.
What did we have in the morning? What was that?
That was a
bagel.
A pie.
A pie.
I had like a pie from
Meat pie,
Java.
right?
It was sausage roll actually, to be exact. Half of a sausage pie.
Yeah.
Sausage roll.
Half each. Yeah?
Half. Yep, that's right. We shared a sausage roll.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring,
Caring, yeah.
especially with you. I mean, you're already caring, but.
So are you.
So, we're at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology.
Yeah, yesterday they had a graduation.
They had the graduation. Shout out to all the guys who graduated. Giovanni.
We have Giovanni, we have Dennis, we have Samuel. Yeah, those are the JQuad players that came to mind when I remember they were graduating. JQuad is actually the donors of this field.
That's right. It's their space, their field. We're just building it with them. And it's a big hit, fly ball. There's our guy.
And Titus is on it and caught it, and it's an out, and it's out. Made by Titus.
Titus, 2 consecutive outs.
Titus actually is short, but you know he's pulling himself.
I think he has both the short and the stop together. He can make the stops.
Yeah, he can stop you.
He can show. I mean, maybe this is where it all began. Okay, now we've got the center field view back.
So it's a 1-out game now.
This is great. Look at this view now. The center field camera is back working, and we've got a low pitch there.
Ball is loose. You can see the fans behind the plate.
It's a great view. Thanks to Okapi Sports Network. They've been working really hard to pull this together last minute, and we've had an incredible amount of sponsors. You can see one right there, Angels at Bat, who helps provide training and equipment across the country and across Africa for baseball. There's the
inside pitch by Brighton, low.
The center field camera there was a cable that needed to run all the way, and it was having some issues. So now we've got a great view.
Okay.
Oh.
Brighton having some trouble locating the inside of the plate.
There's a lot of pitching here, but now Lul for South Sudan, the number 3 batter is up with a 3-0 count. It's a good-looking pitch, but it was given this time as a ball.
So Brighton gives his first walk. And Samuel Young, who pitches for the Kenyan senior baseball team, is telling me that the fans are singing Mama Milka Bonyo, not Mbonyo, Young.
Okay.
So the fans are watching us from across the country, online.
So
and
we
the
got
hit is good.
This is their big hitter for South Sudan. And it got sort of bobbled by the right fielder.
Shundu.
And
delivering it to Collins, who secures the ball.
And they get it into home plate. So you get a single for the number 4 batter, Atem, for South Sudan, gets a single to right field, but the runner from first goes all the way to third. So you've got a man on first and third now for South Sudan with 1 out. Double play opportunity with Mal Diang for South Sudan up. Brighton with the pitch. And it's a pass ball. It's going to be a play at the plate. Catcher can't mark it, and the slide head first and play at third now. And a safe at third on a pass ball. Once again, Kenya is hurt by
a loose ball.
At home.
I believe the umpire kind of like contributed to the ball.
Well, this is the game. You've got the umpire, the catcher has
part of the game. Yeah?
Catcher has to throw his mask off. I don't think the catcher had thrown his mask off and was just searching for the ball.
The funny thing, I saw the ball moving towards the plate umpire. As much as the plate umpire was trying to get away from the ball, it was flowing in.
That's right. So 6-2, and Kenya is once again loses points and on a pass ball and sort of ball awareness. And now a man on third with 1 out for South Sudan. Heads up base running for South Sudan, even more importantly, to move the runners regardless of what was happening on the field.
And then the scoreboard is widening. The difference is now 4 runs between Kenya with 2 and Southern Sudan with 6.
And I think that looks like we're going to have possibly a pitcher change here. So the catcher.
So Brighton is
out, and the catcher is coming out, which means I suspect number 16.
No, Brighton is still on the mound. I think they're changing the catcher.
They might be changing the catcher.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're bringing in Duncan Maderi,
I see.
the substitute catcher.
So they just might be feeling as Kenya that they might be struggling defensively on the pitches there to stop, because they really have had all of their runs lost to South Sudan, to the loose balls.
Yeah. So earlier on, when I was talking to the fans, I met Duncan.
Okay.
I asked him who is his favorite player in the Kenyan team. I didn't know he actually plays for the Kenyan team. So Duncan told me his favorite player is one and only Samuel. So Samuel is the catcher who's coming out, and guess who's replacing him? Duncan. So actually Duncan is Kenya's substitute catcher, and his favorite player is his fellow catcher. There's so much love in baseball.
Hey man, that's awesome. Yeah. And really good job by the coach there for Kenya having a conversation with the player. Ronnie Otieno from Mombasa having a conversation with the catcher who was on the way. I gave him a little hug. I thought that was nice. I mean, just let him know, hey, it's okay.
It's not bad. You're not doing bad. But
you're not doing bad, but we got to make a change.
Yeah, let's tighten it.
Yep.
And he's doing good. He was doing good.
I thought he was doing not bad at all. He's catching that inside corner.
Yeah, he's actually placing the glove in the right position for the pitcher, Brighton, to deliver the pitch. Will we see a pitcher change as well? Because I'm seeing a different.
I think it is a pitcher change. I
see Brighton in the dugout. Yeah, there's
a little bit of confusion on the Kenyan side on who's in, who's out. Yeah. But we saw earlier Peter Deng, the head of the Baseball Federation, Softball Federation for Kenya, and the coach for South Sudan, coaching and talking. Peter spent, I think it was about 5 or 6 years in the United States in high school. He played high school baseball in Virginia, and has come back to help lead the Federation. Just recently, the Federation was finally recognized at the South Sudan level, and then at the continental level through Wbsc and Wbsc Africa, the newest member. And this is their second day of officially playing baseball internationally. It's really special stuff. Outside their borders. Yeah, as an official team. I know they played in Tanzania, some friendlies.
Oh, they've gone to Tanzania.
They've gone to Tanzania. But yeah, just in a really exciting time for South Sudan and the South Sudanese community.
Yeah, the future of East African baseball is really looking up.
And I don't know if the camera can zoom in on him. He's got a jersey on, number 25 for South Sudan, Peter Joseph, who is a player for the Dodgers program. Came out of Uganda. Sorry, Joseph Deng, not Peter Joseph. Joseph Deng. He's in the dugout for South Sudan. Probably one of the biggest names out there for African baseball, biggest prospect. He's throwing 95 miles an hour for the Dodgers, playing in the Dominican Republic, and he is here coaching the South Sudan team.
Okay, that's cool.
Has been there warming up with guys. I don't know if we can get a shot of him for the
Jersey
viewers.
Number 25. Yes, I had a chance to interview him during the live stream. And yeah, he's really excited to have a team out here. Happy for yesterday's win. Yeah, and he tells me that the future is really bright for the team.
There he is there in the background here on the screen. So South Sudan is up. We've got a new pitcher for Kenya. Oh, the umpire's taking a little bit of a break. But you can see Joseph Deng there, back there behind the batter, the taller coach in the green, blue, and red shirt for South Sudan. You know, it's not going to take just players leaving and going, but it's going to take players and coaches coming here, staying part of the community, building it together. And been really impressed with Joseph as I've talked to him about just his perspective on the next generation already. And he's not even made it all the way yet.
Yeah, But the fact that he's already out of the country, out there representing it, he's the ambassador to the country.
Yeah, he was telling me that he's taking Spanish lessons twice a week. He's loving the food in the Dominican Republic. He's just loves the culture, loves the language. He's really excited, but he's already asked to come spend time at the Nairobi Field of Dreams in his off seasons. He wants to just come, and he loves the vibe of the place. Feels like it's got a real spirit. So that's pretty exciting.
The community in Nairobi is really something special, you know? You can feel it once you walk into the field. Stranger or like a veteran in the field, you feel welcome, you feel at home, and yeah, this is where the dreams come true, brother.
I'm still waiting for my dream to come true, Benson, of you dancing. You're talking a whole lot about dancing in your early years, but we haven't seen any yet from you.
You know, I wasn't really good at school, so they should not have taken me to school to dance. They should have taught me to dance at home. So I hated dancing because parents used to pay a lot of money for me to go to kindergarten and dance, and I used to hate going to school. So
I think I have seen you dance, but we haven't seen you dance on screen.
So if I dance, the fat lady has to sing.
Well, I think we're finally back to action here at the bottom of the fourth.
Peter Mwila, the third baser, switching up to be the pitcher. With the pitcher going to third base, it's a good tactic to make sure that you don't lose the pitchers off the field. So we have Brighton swapping to third base and Peter stepping up to the mound.
Still getting a warm-up. Why don't you, I just want to do one thing here, and then you keep things going for a moment.
All right, I got this. So Tom stepping out. So we have the new pitcher warming up. We still have Samuel as a catcher. So they did not remove Samuel, and they did not replace him with Duncan. I think that was where we left the... No, they had actually started prepping Duncan, but Samuel is still catching.
And we got a first strike.
Yeah, the first strike by Peter Mwila.
So we got an 0-1 count. Mal Diang. And the catcher trying to scare the runner at third back a bit.
Yeah, Samuel making sure that the runner at third base doesn't proceed or steal. There's a loose ball in the field. Who knows where it came from, right?
Okay, well, it's probably a bunch of guys throwing the ball around. So we've got a 1-1 count. Diang is waiting for the pitch. Here's the pitch. And he gets a big hanging curveball, lines it foul.
Yeah, it's a foul ball, but it's a nice hit.
It's a big hit. This is the one thing. The speed's looking a little bit slower for this pitcher for Kenya, and might be red meat for the South Sudanese batters, because I don't see the velocity that we've been seeing. So this could...
Yeah, Peter definitely doesn't have the kind of fast pitches we saw with Brighton.
And we've got another foul ball. They just...
And pitcher is easily giving hits to the batters. This is spelling trouble.
One and two count to Diang for South Sudan. Man on third. Base hit gives another run for South Sudan. Kenya looking to defend. It's the pitch. It's in there, and it's a pop-up. This could work out for Kenya if it stays fair. But it goes foul, out of play. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The count is looking good for Peter.
Yeah, that would be great. So we were just talking to our producers. We're going to get more of the center field shot here.
Yeah, as you can see on the camera, that shot is coming from the center of the field.
And it's a high
Peter with a
ball.
wild pitch.
Yep. So it all comes down to Kenya getting some more consistency. They played great,
Yeah, the first
considering
two
yesterday.
innings was good. The first two innings were kind of good.
I mean, the big thing for Kenya, if you take anything, the game's not over yet, but 6-2, it's not a blowout.
It's not a blowout.
Oh,
And it's a nice pitch by Peter.
He knew it was, you could tell he really wanted that to be a strike.
Yeah,
But it was a foul tip.
Yeah.
Beautiful day here at the Nairobi Field of Dreams.
Yes, plenty of fans trickling in as we speak.
High ball on the inside.
Well caught by Samuel.
That's right. So it's a full count. So the test is here for Kenya. How can they respond to their situation? 6-2 against South Sudan. They've been keeping it from getting away from them, but right now this 3-2 pitch is really important. And here's the delivery. Ball outside, plays at third. So they tried to get the runner, was close, but the ball was dropped by the third baseman. So Kenya's still trying to keep things lively, and we're gonna watch a little bit of play here as the runner's gonna steal second from first without even an attempt. So
Yes, 2 stolen bases.
I think the pitcher's not used to this, that anything is live here.
They've seen a new pitcher on the mound, and they are sure to try and test him.
And we got to pop up to first base. It is playable by the first baseman, so that's going to be a second out for Kenya. Or
Marone
first out.
Joseph doing what he does best,
He's-
catching pop-ups.
Yep, he has played really well there at
he's really
first base.
been solid on his defense.
Yep.
He did a nice stretch earlier on, almost a full split.
So Kenya has 1 out. Sorry, 2 outs. That's what I thought. And we have Anyar Anyith, who's gotten on base before. Kenya is checking back the runners, and they're going to make a
Samuel
mistake
made a
again.
wild throw, and that will cost us again.
Again, oh, they're going to get 2 runs here now. South Sudan gets 2 runs just from another errant play
The ball was missed by Ahmed Rajab,
at third base.
who came into that base for Peter.
And so, that's the game that's being played. Because
Forcing issues, forcing errors.
Forcing issues. They're asking the questions of Kenya, and conservative baseball is
Still baseball.
It's still baseball. And when you're conservative and you're not trying to play these games, that's how you keep the run totals down when your opponents. But you're more likely to create an error in scenarios that you're not used to.
You saw the coach, Tyson, walking up to the catcher, telling him not to do such unnecessary throws.
So 8-2 for South Sudan. The question has been answered for Kenya. And now we have Anyar Anyith, pretty big hitter for South Sudan up. It's a 1-1 count, that last pitch in for a ball. So Kenya lost another opportunity to close the door on the inning. Let's see what they do. Another ball.
It's another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike for Kenya.
Kenya really struggling here. Peter doesn't seem to locate the strike zone.
And struggling now. I guess I didn't have the count right. So that was a 3rd ball last time. It's a 4th ball. Man goes to first. Now let's see what Anyar Anyith does from first base, if he's going to test the catcher's arm. And we have Raymond Daniel, I believe, up for South Sudan. And they go to make a play at first.
Joseph got it, but the runner returned and retagged the base safely.
So Kenya knows that they're looking for the steal there. Big Anyar Anyith taking a big lead. He goes for second. Here's the pitch, and the batter gets hit.
Such a casual hit.
Doesn't really move out of the way. I think the call is that they have to, he sort of leaned into it. Some of the fans sort of wondering what happened.
Throw.
Another wild throw, but Kenya's not taking care of the ball.
Yes, Status unfortunately could not secure the ball at second. It was thrown to Peter, who is short at the mound.
Yep. So
I think we need to see a bit of more proactive throws from Samuel.
Malek Bior is up with a single out to right field. That's going to score another run, and runner moves from first to third. So South Sudan down the scoreboard again.
Yes, they are piling up the runs in this inning.
And we're seeing what may have plagued Kenya yesterday with these runaway situations happening again after having a really close game and being in the lead early on against South Sudan, having the momentum with 2 outs. I mean, that was the big turning point in the second inning.
True. I think Kenya kind of lost their nerve at the bottom of the third inning when they came out scoreless. So now at the fourth, they as well are trailing behind.
Jal Menu up for South Sudan. The crowd is quieted a bit here for Kenya. And
Peter again
behind the batter. So
caught behind the batter.
we have Bior, Malek Bior moves from first to second on an easy steal, no play made. 1 ball. And there's a pop-up. Second baseman has the play on it. Fields it, no one at first.
Just throws. Joseph caught the ball, but he was not on plate.
So what happened there was it was a little pop-up to second base, fielded by the second baseman, but the first baseman, who's been a defensive sort of like force, he's been a force. He was off the bag.
I think he was trying to cover.
Know what he was trying to cover, but he was not ready for the play at first. So South Sudan gets another run, and second runner goes from first to second easily. So we're back at men at second and third with 2 outs, and the runs keep piling up for South Sudan.
In the bottom of the fourth, the ball caught again behind the batter.
So
Peter is really struggling to find the strike zone. And it's 2 down.
And this rally is what we talked about. So it's a grounder played by the third baseman, goes through his legs at third base. So
Ahmed misses the ball.
Another error for Kenya at third base with an easy play at first to end the inning. And South Sudan is now at, I believe, 11, well, maybe it's 10. So we'll go with the score that we have here. 10-2 for South Sudan on 4 runs on a 2-out rally for South Sudan. Runner moves to second without a play from first. The crowd's starting to pick it up, can tell that Kenya's on the ropes a bit here.
I can hear them singing, this is the last one. So they want to really get this final out.
Pitch down the middle, that's a strike. So first strike in a while that we've seen.
Peter now confident with the plate position in the strike zone.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball too high.
The crowd's trying to pick up the Kenya team here. 2-1.
Yes. The Kenyan team trying to play the 10th man. We have Samuel trying to scare the third base runner.
And they go back to second to try to get a play. They throw it home. We've got a bit of a rundown. Kenya's
we have a rundown here going on, guys.
Kenya's got a good defensive chance
They're focusing on the lead runner.
So Kenya holds off. I mean, one of the things for Kenya is good is that they didn't make an error there.
Yeah, so it looks like they know what they're doing at the moment. They're trying to stop the runs from piling up.
So 3-1, 2 outs. Right now they need to focus on the batter, getting the batter out. Pitch down the middle, looked pretty good. That's a strike.
Yeah, it's a good strike there.
So full count. Once again, here we are, Benson, at a crossroads for Kenya. They get this out there out of the inning. Base hit opens up the game to be a 10-run game.
And the hit
is a fly ball, and it drops to right field for a base hit. Past the right fielder.
Right on.
2 scores come in for South Sudan. In with the double for South Sudan is number 3.
So the Southern Sudanese team is dominating this inning. The hits are good.
The hits are good.
The fielding is kind of lacking for the Kenyan side.
They're paying the price. So man on second for Kenya. And
2 out.
We're back to square
we have 6
one.
runs in this inning.
Viola
the ball is in the opposite side. It's a
big
left-handed
hit.
hitter.
Back.
And it's a
gone.
home run. Ladies
Bell
and gentlemen,
ATM.
2-run home run.
And we have South Sudan's possibly one of their first home runs.
By a left-handed batter.
By a left-handed batter.
The ball went in the opposite side of the field.
That is John Wall.
So the South Sudanese team is seen celebrating their first home run.
Sorry, that is Atiem, the number 4 batter, with a huge home run, 2-run home run for South Sudan. And as we were talking, unfortunately, at the crossroads for Kenya, we went the wrong direction for Kenya. But for South Sudan, they took the straight and narrow and focused on just batting and dominating, putting them up in a big way on Kenya.
And they're punishing Kenyan defenders, all the infielders and the outfielders, because there's only so much the pitcher can do.
And we talked a little bit about this with John coming in, or Peter.
Yeah,
Peter, the new pitcher.
Yeah.
Velocity's just not there.
Yep, velocity went off the game.
Yep.
Now he was struggling a lot to get the strike zone. Most of the balls were being caught behind the batters.
And just waited on it. Look at that big swing, big home run to right field for South Sudan. What a moment for South Sudan to put an exclamation point after struggling against Kenya.
Yes, I think it's the game has been called due to the run difference.
And that crossroads, unfortunately for Kenya, leads them to the end of the game and a third game where they don't get a chance to respond with an answer, where it's just mercy rule applied.
Yes, mercy rule applied.
In a game where Kenya was looking like they would have been fine.
They were okay.
They were leading. And there it is. The big home run there from center field. We watch it again.
Basically, it's a walk-off.
And so Kenya ends their campaign for today against South Sudan with a loss after a good showing. But what do we think coming out of the game are some of the things that Kenya needs to look at after today, after their first time that they had a lead 2-1?
I think Kenya needs to work on their batting. And we had a good pitcher starting up the game. I believe he should have finished the pitching. Apart from that, fielding errors usually do happen. But if you can't be offensive, you can't win a game by defense.
That's right.
And the best defense is offense.
Well, I hear that. I think actually we've seen today that defense is the offense for Kenya. It's in the sense that
the only thing they can do is lock you guys from scoring. But if they can't do that, you guys are going to win.
They've literally lost the game.
Yeah, if they can't stop you guys from scoring, they can't win the game.
So we'll bring Kevin Shriver in for a little post-game analysis with you, even though we were just about to switch. And we can hear from Kevo on his views on the game. We'll let you sit with him. Thanks.
Thank you so much,
Benson.
Thomas.
It was a great conversation, and we will see you in the next game coming up.
All right, Thomas. Thank you so much, Thomas. Kevin, welcome to the broadcast section.